Okay, so this is being recorded. All right, well, welcome everybody to our final board meeting for 2022. I myself am very happy that this year is coming to an end. I wish I was there in person, but I have a sinus infection, and I guess it's a little pre-holiday sickness. I hope I get over it before everybody comes to my house. Let's just take a quick roll. We have Stephanie and Alita from Cheshire. We have Joanne from Southbury. I'm sorry, Middlebury. Jan from Naugatuck, and I think everybody knows that April had to put in her resignation because it was a conflict of interest with her working at the Department of Transportation. And then Katrina Anderson from Southbury, welcome.
Thank you.
Deborah Bourneville is out. She had another commitment with the First Selectman. And Bob from Waterbury, he has resigned as of the end of this year. So we're going to look for a replacement for Bob. And Mira, she's not online yet. Lisa, not yet, but Mary Marone from Wolcott. Hi, Mary. And Maria from Northeast Transportation. Hi, Maria. All right. Now I'm just
going to ask that everybody online speaks very loudly because it's really quiet in here.
You're not on camera, Stephanie, so I can't see you. I could see Elliot's head.
So we're trying to configure the sound right now. It is currently really quiet on our end, so try talking loud on your end.
Try talking louder. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can change your microphone sensitivity.
I'm using my PC microphone. My earbuds have kind of crapped out on me. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Can you hear me now?
Turn the microphone up on
Okay, did everybody receive the minutes from our September meeting? And if so, is there any changes? And if not, could we have a motion to accept them?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes.
Who was that?
Joanne Capoletti.
Oh, thanks, Joanne. And a second?
Second.
Thanks, Jan. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Okay, motion passes. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Elliot to talk about the financial update, and everybody that was included in the packet that he sent out.
Yes, I will try sharing my screen.
Elliot, we can't hear you either.
Yeah, I'm not talking right now. I'm just trying to share my screen. Here we go. Yes, this.
Okay, that's good.
Financial updates. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Local revenue was produced $5,800. Local revenue not ADA match is $17,750, and we're still waiting to hear back from the DOT about the municipal grant program, so that is still highlighted, which brings total revenue it's expected to $231,991.
Elliot, you're breaking up. Can you get closer to a microphone?
I am 2 feet away, but I will try to speak up a little bit if that helps.
Here you go. Okay.
Brings expenses are pretty straightforward as well. $74,704 to Northeast Transportation, and also we have this here. This is the balance sheet. We're about 50% through the fiscal year. The only accounts receivable open would be this year, which is Southbury's membership dues. And like I said, we're still waiting on CTDOT for new dial-a-ride agreement so we can draw down current fiscal year 2023 funds to reimburse Northeast Transit. pretty straightforward there. And I will move on to the ridership update now. Dial-a-ride ridership is been increasing, especially since the pandemic. It is higher than it was this time last year, just over 200 looks like right now for October. Similar thing here for non-ADA ridership. Yeah, that is about it. If there are any questions, I can help.
Okay. Thanks. Any questions for Elliot?
Yes, Betty, has the council sent out the invoices to the towns for their membership dues? And we're in the process of getting our budgets together for next year. I'm in the process of doing our budgets for next year, and I don't have an invoice for our membership or the ridership for to submit to the board. Do you know if they've been sent out?
We haven't sent anything out for 2024. We just did 2023. I'm sure Elliot is working on the budget for 2024, so we can get an estimate to you probably.
Okay, that's good. Something that I could submit.
This is Kathy from Southbury. I just saw one this morning.
That's for 2023, the current fiscal year.
Yeah, I just got a email this morning, so.
You got an email for what?
An invoice for this this current.
From the Council of Governments?
Let me tell you. Hold on.
Yeah, Trish sent it out this morning.
Yep, Trish sent it. It says your invoice for. Let me see if it has a year. It doesn't say what year. Just says your invoice is attached. I didn't open it yet because it also went to our fiscal department, which is
fiscal year 23. It's the current fiscal year.
Okay.
They were originally sent out by mail in September.
All right, so that would have gone to our fiscal department also.
Yes.
Kathy, we're so happy to have you joining us.
I don't know why you're happy to have me. To be honest, I have never come. I think I appeared at one, but I don't really know what my role is here. So I'm going to attend your meetings from now on, but I don't know what Southbury's place is. I'm sorry, but I'll try to find out.
Okay. In the meantime, I will send you some other documents that will
Thank you.
Understand that. Okay.
Thank you very much, Betty.
Sure.
Okay.
And what's your email address?
Sure.
I can write in my notes.
Yep, it's senior, SENIOR, the number 2, at Southbury, -ct.gov.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about some vacancies and some new appointments. I know Elliot was going to call some of the town clerks, and he did that because we know that the folks in the town clerk in Naugatuck wanted to have a copy of April's resignation letter so that they could appoint somebody else. Elliot, did you have any other success in talking with other towns?
That is all I've heard back from, and now that we have Kathy here, looks like we'll only need one, or to fill one vacancy in Southbury. Haven't heard back from Waterbury yet about the 3 vacancies that they have, so I will be working on that.
Okay, because we do have Myra on with us today, and we know that Bob DeVito is resigned, so I sent Bob a note this morning asking him for a copy of his letter because I'm sure the town clerk is going to need that before they can put through an appointment. Okay, great. The Greater Waterbury Transit District brochures. I know we worked on them this year. I just don't know what happened. They kind of fell through the cracks. I know one of them needed to be updated to remove April's address because she was using her address versus the Naugatuck Senior Center. And I think that got changed, but I don't have a copy of that. That's the trifold. And then the other one was just a brochure. We were talking about how many copies to get out to everybody, or should we send it electronically and have you printed at your facilities? So let's just talk about that. Anybody have any ideas? If you do, come off mute. Okay, so Elliot or Kevin, if whoever has those brochures, can you just send those electronically to us so we can all have them? And then if we want to print them or send, we can do that at the senior centers. I mean, I don't know how many people would want to post. I know that that Stephanie had printed some of them, and I saw them at the senior center in Cheshire. Well,
yeah, Betty, I printed about 25 more. We keep putting them out. Once I put out all this year, so people are taking the information. So I just keep printing them and putting them out. So trying to educate people the best we can. Hopefully at some point we can find a way to get them into our different capacity. So
okay. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, last year we were talking about possibly getting involved in our communities a little more. And one of the things we're doing is we're having our meetings held at the senior centers. So that's one way to get people involved. The other is to maybe take part in some of the festivals or events that are in the towns to, expand our brand a little bit and make sure people understand what the Greater Waterbury Transit District is responsible for and how we can help them. So we talked about, and we were going to do something at the Naugatuck train station originally when it reopened. And I know that April wasn't able to finesse that with the mayor, but there might be other things. So what I'm thinking is maybe just think about that and submit some events that you'd like to participate in. We could use our brochures, we could talk to people and just get out into the public a little bit more. Anybody else?
I'm wondering about that, Betty, because I'm on the Naugatuck Dog Park Committee. And we do all these festivals and stuff. So we would need a small banner or something like that. And the literature, I think we have done at Town Hall. And I'm not sure what happened with April and Pete as far as that one with the trains going, but the trains decided to run when they were going to run, and they started running. So that's really what happened,
A banner's a good idea, though.
Although I think when the state DOT finishes that new train station downtown, that would be a perfect event for everybody, because perhaps we may have our senators and Congress people there,
Mm-hmm. When does that take place? Do you know?
We're supposed to start construction next year, as far as I know.
Okay. Great.
I mean, it's coming up, but if you want to get events, I mean, that would be a big one.
Okay.
Because we're also developing both of those parcels downtown. If you know Naugatuck, I'm sure.
Okay.
So Betty, it's Joanne. So you're saying events. Are we doing this to publicize the GWTD program? Because I mean, we post it, we advertise it. It's in our newsletters. It's in our newspapers. What would be the reason, just for an additional?
Yeah.
I mean, we have very few events in Middlebury that would. I can't even. I mean, other than our parades and. Our Park and Rec doesn't really facilitate events like that, like what you're talking about.
Okay.
I just don't understand. I mean, I think it's a good idea, you know, if each town could do something, but I can't see my town, I can't see me going to our first electman and saying we need an event. And this is what we would like to, you know, present this program. We here in my office constantly promote the program. If we get a new person in town, they come into the senior center, we immediately invite them to participate in the transit district programs.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this came out probably because we were talking about doing the thing at the train station. And you know, that I've been to a couple like fall festivals, and there might be people that just don't know about it. I mean, that's, or they have a loved one that perhaps needs it and they don't know about it. It was just more information for, you know, our communities. But if you're already doing all of that, then, you know, that's great.
Outreach. It's really outreach and word of mouth, and, you know, that's what we feel adds to the advertising the program here anyway.
Great. Okay. So moving on to is it the 2023 audit update, Trish, or the 2022? Because we didn't get the 2022 one done, correct?
For the audit?
The audit.
2022 is not done. We're currently in 2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I sent you that recommendation letter from the NV Cogs auditor. Because technically, of course, the GWTD does not require an audit. However, it is good practice. And if we could, you know, we need to discuss whether we want, they were just saying that they would do that review, and we would just pay them to do the review. And then we would have that for our public official liability insurance, because that's the only thing that we have that actually requires a copy of the audit is a public official liability, which, you know, I'm not sure if we actually really need public official liability, because we don't really make any decisions that would affect, you know, that we might be put us in jeopardy, I would think, because we're basically advisory board. So I don't know. That's, you know.
Okay. For the rest of you, normally we have the audit, and we were waiting to get the final documents when Trish received a letter from the accounting firm saying that they couldn't do it for us. So they had all our information, they had it for months. And when Trish followed up, they said, oh, by the way, you know, you're only paying us $2,500 to do this, and that's really not enough. And so we're not going to do it. And, but, you know, we need to have some kind of review so that for the public official liability. Oh, we'll take that up with the NV COG with Josh, and to see, you know, if just having that review will be enough and to pay for that. It was still $2,500, I think, to pay for that. We're just
at least, I think it might have been a little bit more.
A little bit more, so we'd have to approve that. All right. I'll follow up with Josh on that.
Okay.
All right, so Maria, you want to give us an update on the Northeast transportation?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Nothing really new to report, but just that I'm sure everybody's heard they extended the free fare up until March 30th.
Yeah.
So waiting to see what happens down the road, but everything else is going fine. We're busy because of the free rides, which is the uptake on ridership, which is good. That's about it.
Okay, great. People love the free rides.
They do.
Okay, so for our meeting dates for 2023, we'll meet the second Wednesday of March, which is the March 8th. The second Wednesday in June. I just had these figures here. I don't know what they did. I think it's the 14th. And then for September, historically, we've been meeting the third Wednesday because there's something that goes on the second Wednesday that a lot of municipalities participate in. So that third meeting would be September 20th, and then the fourth meeting would be December 13th. Can I get a motion to accept those dates?
Second.
I motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Does anybody need a letter from the Greater Waterbury Transit District for their town clerk with these meetings?
I do.
My town clerk asked for it, which they never did in the past, so.
Middlebury does too.
Yeah, Waterbury does.
I'll take one from Southbury.
Naugatuck does, it'll go on the calendar.
Okay, so
Southbury.
Could we ask that you, Elliot, can you have Lauren type that up with the dates on the letterhead and send it to us electronically so we could get it to our town clerks?
I'm sure she can take care of getting that to the town clerks once it's set. Yeah, I think she normally does that. But she does it for the NBCOG, so she probably does it for GWT, but
all right.
It doesn't hurt to remind her.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. All right.
Betty, Alita had a question here. Do we want to determine the meeting location?
We can't hear you.
Future meetings at the senior centers?
Can you get closer to a microphone?
We're wondering if you'd like to.
We have such trouble hearing you guys.
We were wondering if you wanted to talk about the meeting locations for the next meetings at senior centers. I know we're doing the rotation now. If we'd be interested in keep on doing the rotation, and then if so, where we want to host the next couple meetings.
So where do we want to hold the March meeting?
Oh, okay. Thank you. That makes sense. I did talk to the Prospect Senior Center, so they said yes, and the mayor said yes, that we could hold the meeting in Prospect for March. So then we would need a June location, a September, and a December. So if anybody could raise their hand for those dates, that's great. Just send it to us so we know where we're headed.
Betty, isn't it easier if we do it on Zoom? Seriously?
Yes and no. The thing was we wanted to get people involved in
I know, but everybody's busy and Zoom is much easier and we can hear everybody easy too.
True.
And I'll second that because for now I am without a director and it's impossible for me to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, in Waterbury too, it'd be difficult, but maybe we can have a compromise where it's like a hybrid option. So those that can present in person do that. And then for those of us who can't, we could Zoom in.
As long as COVID's around, I think we're going to probably have to keep the hybrid meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to get everybody in the same room. So, it's more of, an exchange of ideas than on Zoom, but.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it all in person. I agree. But Zoom is a good option. I'm very thankful for it. Mm-hmm. All right. So that we'll open that for discussion. Okay.
Betty, also, if I could ask, I know I had asked in a previous meeting a while back ago, is it possible to get, I requested this because I send out, I don't even have your email. I send out information stats. I mostly send it to the people up at COG, but I'd like to get everybody's email with their names and what town and what they're associated with. I mean, I have the old original, but I don't have all the new people now. And that way, like I always send out the stats of everything, ridership, things like that. And I'm very limited who I'm sending them to anymore. Like Joanne, I'm sure you still get my emails.
Yes, I do.
I don't have anybody else's information if they would like that information.
Okay.
I requested if they could just jot something down with the emails and who they belong to. That would help me a lot.
Okay, I was working on putting that together.
Oh, great.
One of the things that I would really like is to know when people's terms expire. just, you know, just to know, because there are some people that kind of drop off and then we, you know, I don't know if they're supposed to be on it, not supposed to be on it, or whatever. But, and also because I just went and re-upped, but, you know, my mayor just re-upped me for 2 years instead of 4, so that's okay. But I will send that out to you, Maria, for everybody that we have right now.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Anybody have anything from Cheshire? Any of the people that joined?
Well, the only other thing I got is the bus stop in front of Town Hall on Naugatuck. People say they want it to go because we have old Firehouse Road near the firehouse right down the street. And I'm not sure who I have to talk to about that, if they want to move forward.
Is this about removing a Connecticut Transit bus stop in Naugatuck?
The bus stop in front of the Naugatuck Town Hall.
They want that to go. And they were talking about moving that to Meadows. Folks were talking about moving it to Meadow Street, but Meadow Street's not a good option either. Old Firehouse Road has a bus stop on it already. And maybe they're going to need two.
Can I interrupt you 1 minute? I might be able to get somebody that could jump in on the meeting and help you out.
Oh, great.
Good.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on 1 second. He's coming in. I know he does the Peter, which actually is my husband. He does the bus stops. Putting them up and taking them down. So you could maybe talk to him. But hold on 1 second. He's just walking into my office. Yeah. Pete, I have a gentleman here from Naugatuck.
Yeah.
I guess they're looking to remove the bus stop in front of the town hall and putting it somewhere else. So I don't know if you want to hear him out.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hi, Pete. I'm sorry. What's your last name so I know you?
Okay, Vaccarelli, V as in Victor.
Yep.
Accarelli.
I think you might have come here actually, based on what I heard.
Yeah,
but they're getting. We changed the configuration of Naugatuck so that the main street, Church Street, is one way on one side.
Yep.
And we were getting some complaints that the bus stop in front of Town Hall is causing traffic problems.
Town Hall going towards Spring Street, out to the
Town Hall going towards Spring Street, right?
Okay.
And we have a bus stop already on Old Firehouse Road,
yes,
which is right down the block.
Okay.
From there. And somebody suggested putting a bus stop on Meadow, but Salem School is right there and there's no room on Meadow going up.
Yeah, I'm not crazy for Meadow Street because there's really nothing there for passengers really to take the bus over there. I would use Firehouse Road instead, personally.
Old Firehouse Road supposedly has a bus stop on it already.
It does. I'm familiar with that. We put one there.
And when we're developing those parcels that are empty now, and the event center is going to be new buildings too. So you may have a big bus stop there pretty soon, but I think we should concentrate on that. And if we can, get rid of the one in front of Town Hall, you know?
Yeah, is there a spot where we could adjust it and push it further up?
Maybe in front of the library?
I'll have to take a ride down and check it out because I know that bus stop is pretty much used for some folks.
How about in front of the library?
Could be. I just have to come down and take a peek at it. So maybe we can move it up a block or two and be fine.
Well, if it went in front of the library, then you'd be ruining handicap parking spots.
Okay.
May have to go further up the street towards the church or something.
Yeah, we might have one there.
But I don't know. You know, the problem is Church Street's real tight.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that.
And the mayor's gotten a couple of complaints about it already. And
Right.
it's
All
not
right.
a big deal because they brought it up to my attention. I think maybe you even came down, as a matter of fact.
I was down a few times. Yep. I was down by the intersection where the Portuguese club there, they're supposed to be putting a rotary in there sooner or later.
Yeah,
So
the state's been putting that in for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's still not done. But,
okay. All right, so we're gonna adjust those too when that construction starts. But yeah, sure. I'm open to coming down and checking it out.
Great.
maybe, maybe I could meet you then,
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be best.
because I'm a Burgess in town. So let me give you my cell phone number. It's 203-706.
Yep.
5580.
Okay.
And it's really not a panic thing right now, but
No, we'll definitely take care of it sooner.
when the mayor gets phone calls, I hear about it. Trust me.
Yeah, I totally understand. Also, the bus stop that's on Church Street heading towards Rubber Avenue, the one-way section over there. I'm not sure if you heard about that one yet. They want to eliminate that one also. Because I guess when deliveries come for the businesses over there, it's always double parked over there. By I think
when
area. I want to say by
that would be
Sullivan's bar there.
that would be awful. I'm just thinking about it now. That would be awful.
Yeah.
If there was a bus there plus a delivery truck.
Conversation about this and tell us next meeting how it got resolved. That's great.
Sure.
Thanks for bringing them on, Maria.
No problem. She's close by. I know where to find them.
Yeah, I can't go far.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so our next meeting is going to be March 8th. Okay, and if anybody doesn't have anything else, we can adjourn. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks, Joanne.
You're welcome.
Second.
Thanks, Jan. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a nice holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Merry
Have a nice
Christmas.
holiday.
Okay.
Happy holidays. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Betty.
Thank you, Patty.